Good morning, everyone. SoCal Yankee fan here. I'm going to do a short video, talk about some sports a little bit here, maybe a little bit about Xbox gaming as well. So, first of all, to start off, my condolences to the Hogan family. Hulk Hogan passed away this morning due to cardiac arrest. They tried to get him to the hospital. They couldn't save him, so I know his last outing in WWE was not too bright, my personal opinion. He had that scandal. A lot of people forgave him, but a lot of people also canceled him, so the reception he got was very negative. Fans should really be ashamed. The man already came out and apologized for it. Let's just move on. I know some people in the comments are not going to like that. They're going to be offended, but that's okay. Not everyone can be pleased. I get it. And with that being said, we're going to continue on. So my condolences to the Hogan family, and may his family get grief. Okay, and may he rest in peace. The immortal Hulk Hogan, not immortal anymore. Alright, now we're going to get on to the juicy things. The Yankees, the state of the Yankees. The main topic at hand. Like, what is going on with the Yankees? Seeing that I'm a Giant fan, I'm not too skeptical about Russell Wilson being a starter. But that's later. Alright, so the state of the Yankees. Alright, number one problem needed to be addressed is pitching. We don't have another solidified ace, per se, to go with hand in hand with Fried and Rondon. That's the only two pitchers I've seen all year that at least established any kind of dominance, man. They both pitch well. The bullpen has some issues, man. Who is our closer? Is it going to be Luke Weaver? Is it going to be Devin Williams? They both impress and then regress, and it's like, man, it's very frustrating to watch. What else is going on? Oh, what's the situation with Volpe? Man, he is not being consistent. His errors are alarming. It's been an issue. It's increasingly glaring now. Cashman needs to do something. Brian Cashman, to me, doesn't feel like he is sitting on the hot seat. If Yankee fans know he deserves to be, because he's not made any moves to really improve this team. Besides Fried, we don't have Cole. Cole's out for the year, so it's we need to get another frontline starter. Address the issues with the bullpen. It has been shaky at times. Our starters have been really bad. Like, my honest opinion, Yes, we hold a little lead in the wild card, but that's not good enough, man. If George Steinbrenner was around, it'd be all about World Series and titles, man. And the way we just absolutely meltdown in that Game 5, well, I'll never forget. And to be honest, I think it was rigged, but it's either here or there. Allegedly, Judge took the eye off the ball on purpose, allegedly. But I just think a lot of things happened in that game, and it still haunts us to this day. And I think with the trade deadline coming up, I think, who do you suggest that should be a starter? I think, honestly, we should go after Skeens from Pittsburgh. I think we should make a trade for him. That'll counter Skubal. Imagine Skeens, Rodon, and Fried in that rotation would be good. And then we can use a bullpen game for our fourth starter, man. We don't have a legit 4 starters, man. We really have only 2 that are really good, And Fried, man. But the thing is, Fried, it's been a lot of pressure on him lately. His win-loss record is pretty good. His ERA is under 3. Strikeouts are okay, but the thing is, in the pressure situations, I don't think he can handle it all by himself without Cole. Rodon, the same thing I feel about Rodon. I think he's pitching well, but I come October, I don't know, man. We'll see when it comes to October. It's still too early to tell. We're only 4 games back with the Jays. We all know the Jays will collapse towards the end. Scherzer will fall apart like he always does. Somehow manages to get hurt in a key situation. I don't think the Jays are going to be the AL champs, man. I really don't think so. Issues, man. Volpe. Maybe to get another bat too, another big bat. A third base. It's actually another issue. I would say get rid of Volpe, move Chisholm to short. I think he's comfortable at short. I think Chisholm would be a great addition at short. And then we'll just upgrade at third. Now that we DF DJ LeMahieu a little bit ago, I see we need a third baseman. So. There's a lot of issues to be addressed, but in a short amount of time. So Cashman needs to come up with something. Does he sign a veteran third baseman off the market and then call somebody up? I don't know. There's a lot of things that need to be happening. Spencer Jones deserves to be called up. I think he's going to be the equivalent to Aaron Judge. His stats down there say otherwise. He's playing very well. And I'm very frustrated. If Boone doesn't get it done this year, I think they need to can him. I think they really need to can him. I think they really need to address the situations of bullpen starting. Get a good starting 5. We don't need to copy the analytic bullshit that the Dodgers do all the time. And let me talk about the Dodgers for a second here. The Dodgers are not really all that good of a team. I think they will be back into the playoffs. I think they're going to have a lot of problems. I don't think you need to be pitching Ohtani. I don't think you need to be. I think Ohtani needs to be like a closer situation. Since you lost Tanner Scott, that's where you put Ohtani in. I think if you're going to use Ohtani that day to pitch, I think you'd use him as a closer. Not every day, but I would use him as a closer, or at least a reliever. That way. But then again, it kind of messes with the dynamic. Well, you can pitch, start, and then hit later. I don't know. I think a lot of the things with the Dodgers, they're going to end up falling short. I think the Phillies are upgrading. I think the Phillies are making moves. The Mets are making moves. The Cubs are great this year. The National League. So the Dodgers are going to have a lot of problems. And then they have to contend with the Giants and the Padres right now. So you got to see what they're going to do. So it's going to be interesting who's going to be buyers and sellers of the trade market. As of right now, I think coming out of the American League right now, still, I say it would be New York if it was up to me. But I think we need to fix our issues. I can very well see Detroit, the Central, that can make it to the World Series with Scoble and that pitching staff. But they just played poorly recently, so that they still got question marks then too. So, and then what's the state of the AL West? Well, I think Seattle can still overtake the Astros. I think the Astros are not that strong of a team. I think that they're going to have a lot of shortcomings in the playoffs too as well. They're not going back to the World Series. Altuve and company are not going back. So you Houston fans out there, man, you can think what you want. Like, oh my God, 3-game lead over Seattle. We got this. Seattle always loses. You're going to be mistaken. You're going to be flatly mistaken. And then, the rest of, I don't know, it's going to be the Yankees out of the AL. Yeah, barring we can fix our problems. Yeah, we should be fine in the playoffs. I don't think we'll have a threat. And plus we're going through a slow slumps too, so it's so early to tell. The National League, I can't believe I'm going to say this. It's going to be the Cubs. It will be the Cubs. I think the Cubs are going to get there this year. They're going to make it to the big dance. But if Yankees, Cubs. That's what it should be, but according to Major League Baseball, they would rather have Ohtani and Judge battle out again, the rematch, and that's going to probably be the narrative going into the postseason. Will the Dodgers repeat, and will they face the Yankees? And that's going to be the big story. All right, and now the last 5 minutes, I'm going to touch on the Giants, the New York Giants. Russell Wilson is my starter. and we drafted Jackson Dart. I had some time to really think about this. That's why I haven't come out with any videos, and I've, with the channel being geared towards sports and then gaming. I'll do another video later today on Xbox alone, and do my research, and then I'll have more information for you later about Xbox. But the Giants, we signed. What's his name? I can't think of his name offhand. But we signed Russell Wilson too, and then I'm like, Jameis Winston. We got Jameis Winston, and then we got Russell Wilson. I was like, why? Why we do that? And then we draft Jackson Dart. Clearly, we should have drafted a quarterback in this draft. Honestly, we were high up. We could have got either Shedeur Sanders or anyone that's good at that time. Definitely weren't going to take the. We could have got Travis Hunter too. There's a lot of things we could have. A lot of scenarios we went, but we did get that. I think we did get the defensive player with that first pick. So, I mean, we do need help on the defensive side of the ball too. Safeties with corners, we definitely need help there. That defensive line needs a lot of work. We need to get that line to where we can start pressuring the run defense and pass defenses of the NFL. We were almost dead last year. Defensive game was horrible, man. We could not keep leads. We could not do anything that could sustain any kind of momentum for the offense. And then even the offensive line still needs to be addressed. What's up with Evan Neal and Flower? I don't think Neal's still on the team, but I don't know if we got rid of Flowers either. I don't recall, but I'll have to go back and if I made any errors, I will make sure to correct them later on in the comments. Yeah, and Russell Wilson as the starter, and presumably Winston the backup, and then obviously you would have Jackson Dart waiting to be the heir apparent. So, I think we shouldn't have wasted a pick on a quarterback this year. I think we could have, if we didn't get a quarterback in that first round, I think we should have just got the pieces we need for our glaring holes, defensive side of the ball and offense, and another receiver to complement Neighbors. Do we sign Odell Beckham? If he's available, he wants to come back, yeah, sure, why not? A 1-year deal minimum, maybe worth maybe $8 million. Okay. Other than that, we're running back. We need a running back horse, man. Yeah, sure, we got Tracy and then some other quarterbacks. We'll see. It might play out well, but Dable and company, man, and this is it. This is it for you guys. And you guys don't make even the playoffs this year, man. I think you're gonna act stable and you're gonna get rid of Schoen, man. Because they've been given enough time. They said that Dable was the quarterback groomer. Look at what he did with Josh Allen. Has not improved with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has regressed. I'm glad he is gone. And he doesn't even deserve to be a starter, in my personal opinion. But did we go get Russell Wilson, a guy that went to Denver on a prima donna deal? Couldn't even hack it in Denver. It hasn't won a playoff game in years. This guy is man. I would have just stuck with Jameis Winston, and I would have been fine with the hell. I would have been fine with freaking an old aging Trent Dilfer, man. That's a joke. But literally, I don't have no faith in Russ. I really think he's gonna be a distraction all year, and it's going to be problems, and he'll be benched by game week 6 for Dart. I don't even think they're going to even put Winston in there unless, I don't know. But with that being said, folks, we're going to a close. I know that this channel is still new, and it's becoming a new change. We're going to stay out of the political spectrum. I was going to devote to gaming and to sports, or anything you want to talk about on the lives. What do you want to know about me? This and that. Will I have guests? With that being said, I hope everyone has a good day. Enjoy your rest of your day, and there will be more content to come. Stay tuned.